And we're back on the rolling grind. Welcome back. So today's video we're going rolling what we call the side hill, which is the field right beside our silage field, the Fair Hill. So there's a bit of a hill going all the way up the full length of the field, which is about 7-ish acres. It's a long field, but it's narrow, it's like rectangular shape. And this is the field that we were strip grazing, I don't know, was it heifers or bullocks in last summer of 24. There's a trough down below here, and we were feeding them meal as well. So obviously this field with the trough down below and it being strip grazed is going to be fairly bumpy in patches. And over the winter where I'm driving now, this stretch of the field, it was awful soft. But because of the good weather we've got so far the last week or two, it has actually dried up quite nicely. I can drive down here, I have the twin wheels on, and I don't have to use the diff lock. And it's not making any tracks. Usually if it's soft, the front wheels, because they're narrow, might start to make a little groove, but they're not. And there's the trough there. There's a bit of a hill here that we'll have to climb, and I might have to do a little bit of foot triathlon to it, just to give it a little bit more oomph to get up. So we'll see how it copes. I've already done 2 rings, and I have always used the foot throttle to get up. It is a bit of a steep hill, alright. But that's the only stretch, and that hill, that climb continues until you go to the bottom. And also we'll have to roll it on the side of the hill as well. So yeah, there's a bit of a picking of grass growing in the field. There's not an awful lot. There isn't enough to let cattle out on it just yet. But once we get grazing back when you're out on the grazing fields, and we get good weather to follow it up, I think that the grass will shoot up then. And that the silage bag when you're for the silage fields. For bale and silage and all that. But it's not going too bad. It's not the first time this tractor has rolled in this field. It's rolled this field every year. And we're getting along quite nicely. Whether or not the camera is picking it up and doing it justice, you can see the hill there. Just there. And in a couple of more rings time we will be driving on the side of it rolling. And some people might find that a bit sketchy, but that's not too bad. The twin wheels are doing, well, they won't be doing 3 jobs, but they'll be doing 2 jobs. The first job would be if it was soft, keeping us afloat, helping us stay and moving. The second job is also assisting with the rolling, helping along the roller. And the third thing is, it should help us not sort of tip over while driving on the side of the hill. Because they're more wider instead of narrow wheels. It makes it harder for a tractor to tip over. Also, I think one of my first ever silage videos, baling, was in this field a couple of years ago. I don't know how long it was, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. One of my older videos. If you want to go back and watch it, you can. Just keep scrolling through. I think it's titled just Bailing. This part here is a rough spot, so we'll have to do a bit of clutch control. It's a bit rough country here. And there we go. Over the winter and through most of February, all this was flooded. There was water lying on top of the ground and you could see it. All there, flooded, water lying on top. And look how well it has dried up. The power of the sun and the power of good weather. There's some good view at the top of this hill. A nice, lovely view. But we're starting now to roll on the side of the hill. With the camera now, you can see it through the lens of the camera, not 100% sure. You probably can't, but we are now starting to lean a little bit. So, yeah. It'll be getting steeper now in a small patch for a ring or two. And then start leveling off again. But this is only the start of it. It's going to get a little bit steeper than this. And then there's one spot just behind us. Probably can't see it, but it's a bit like up at the back there, over that rough country that you seen earlier. It's a bit like that, so there might have to be a bit of clutch control there. We're chipping away at it. It's getting a lot smaller. And once I finish this field, I have the field at the back of our own house to do. The 3 paddocks. So that might take a while. But we're getting through it. Slowly but surely getting through it. I might stick with the rolling until late in the evening, until I cannot see no more. So once I finish this field, I'll bring the roller back to our own place, to the field at the back of our own house, and do as much there as I can. I might get 1 or 2 paddocks done. But we're almost done here. Probably another less than 10 minutes. About 6 or 7, maybe even less than that. I'll have this finished. We're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. And now there's this field all done. It's all rolled. So now it's to bring the roller back to our own house and get it done. But yeah, that's this field done. And as I mentioned in a couple of clips ago, I'll stick at the roller now today for as long as I can, till it gets a bit too dark that I cannot really see much. Don't think the lights on this is great. There might be only one light actually working on the front, and I don't really have any back work lights worth talking about. In fact, there is no back work lights on this yoke. Probably because you probably you wouldn't be doing much work in the dark on this yoke anyways. Well, we wouldn't, so that's why there isn't really any work lights or any lights worth talking about really on it. Most of the jobs this does in the winter, it's during the day, and then during the summer the hours are sort of long, so you can keep going until 8 or 9 o'clock until it starts getting dark. Drop it down to first gear because there's some stones on this track and I don't want to damage the roller itself. But anyways, the field is rolled, the silage field is rolled. Once I get the 3 paddocks, the field at the back of our own house, which is 3 paddocks, once I get them rolled, that's rolling for us done this year. Rolling 2025 will be finished. Early on, we're approaching the 2nd week of April and the rolling is nearly finished. Usually we wouldn't be starting rolling until the last week of April, the 1st week of May, and then we're finished then. It probably usually takes us 2 weeks to finish the rolling. If we have a good full week, we probably do 1 full week of rolling, but the farming life, other things pop up and the rolling gets sort of pushed back now and then, and that's why it might take a little bit longer. But yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, the link to that will be down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.